This is a teardown of a Dell branded SonicWALL NSA 2600 firewall. And unfortunately these are worthless, so not much to do with them other than sell a few parts out of them and scrap the rest. The expansion module cover, I'm not quite sure what that does, but if you look deep down inside there, it's basically a PCI Express slot. And I'm going to take off all the screws. I will be selling the rack ears, the fans, and the power supply from this. The rest of it's not really worth anything as far as I can tell. The CF card is just a normal 1 gig CF card, but I won't be selling that without erasing it first, so it doesn't really have any value. I guess I'm not in frame. I just voided the warranty. It's kind of a bummer that these firewalls don't just use normal PC hardware though. It'd be really nice if they could be repurposed into something else. Honestly, it'd be really nice if they would just use normal PC hardware and then sell operating system upgrades. It's not like their licenses are overpriced, but I don't know. Maybe you get something with your licenses that are better than what I'm familiar with. I think I saw some license for this switch somebody was selling on eBay for more than $1,000. I'm just like, what does $1,000 license get me for this firewall? Do I get 24/7 phone support where I just call directly, or I don't know. Never have understood firewall licensing. I hear the FortiGate licensing gets even more insane, but I can't afford a fancy firewall and I wouldn't know what to do with it, so it's not my problem. Oops. Don't want to mix up those screws. So here it is under the cover. Pretty standard looking. Nothing too out of the ordinary. I think there's really nothing special about the power supply in this unit other than the fact that it is has shorter leads than your normal whatever type of power. I forget that. It's not a very common power supply type, but it is common at the same time. Just not common in desktops. So there's a breakout board here. Whoops. For an SD card. My hands would cooperate. Gonna have to hold that at a weird angle. There we go. I would suspect that this is just normal USB, since it has a little controller chip, which I can't focus on because I'm at wide angle. Get the right direction. But yeah, I suspect this is just a regular USB SD card adapter, basically. Because it even says USB on the motherboard. If you get up in there. And I think I need some more tools. Alright, need some side cutters here. Cut these wires loose. Hopefully without actually cutting a wire. There we go. Here's a close-up of the power supply. I will be selling these. Oh, and if you're wondering, it's 20 plus 4 power supply with a 4-pin UPS 12 volt. And for memory, it has a single slot and a single stick of 2 gig DDR3 1600 megahertz ECC. Alrighty. Little cage for the expansion module. Oops, mixing my screws up. Keep the rack gear screws separate, even though I know what they look like. Yep. Maybe. Oh, missed one. I got my camera right in my face, so I can't see what I'm doing sometimes. Yeah, this is just the cage for the expansion module. Nothing special there. It's nice that this uses normal 3-pin fans, although without verifying, I suspect the wiring is non-standard. I don't know why, but for some reason, when it comes to switches and security appliances, they wire the fan pin out different than your standard PC fan pin out. And 2 of the pins are switched around basically. It's not too hard to fix. I have a video on that, which if I'm doing my job, I'll probably put a link to. Fan shroud, guide the airflow. But basically, let's see here. On the right side, you have to kind of poke those pins, and you back them up, and you lift up that little tab and put it back in the right order. I forget what the order is supposed to be, but I don't believe that's right for PCs. And it's a cute little motherboard. I unfortunately already tore one of these apart already, so I know what's inside. But I won't ruin the surprise. These do come with a 1 gig CF card. No branding on it, so I don't know who it's made by. And yeah, I'm not even sure why the CF card is necessary, because that looks like flash storage. Got some Micron branded memory there. Got a Broadcom chip there, which is probably for the management port, since that is this one here, I believe. Yep. Because this is the console port, so this little chip here, this Texas Instruments chip, is probably what's driving the console port, since it's right next to it. Well, I'm going to pop these heat sinks off. They're just loosely attached. Alright. Trying to do this without cutting my fingers. This one doesn't want to come off as easy as the other one I did. Let's see here. I don't have the right tool for the job, unfortunately. It's being stubborn. Too many sharp things nearby. If I slip, I lose a finger. And I don't want to lose a finger. Figuratively, at least. Alrighty. Some spring-loaded clips here. Don't need safety glasses if you close your eyes hard enough. There we go. use the more of a clay type heatsink compound. Alright, I'm gonna wipe the heatsink off this chip. And there's some adhesive left over on another chip. Actually, both of them. It peels off nicely, thankfully, but it does its job very well. So the brains of the operation is a Cavium Octeon 2. Got a Broadcom chip that's doing something here. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. And this Broadcom chip should be what's driving all the ports. Definitely an interesting board layout. A lot of empty space right here. Basically nothing. Also the bottom of the board is pretty bare. Just usual passives and a few other things. I'm sure those are doing something important and exciting. Apparently this does have the ability for more memory to be added on the bottom side. Also a thing of note, this has a soldered on clock battery. And odds are if it dies, it's not worth replacing, but it's through hole, so it wouldn't be too bad to do. A little buzzer for who knows what. And then you can see the traces running all the way back down to the main processor of the unit. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to see. Always interesting tearing these down, and yeah, if you end up wanting parts, I will be selling the power supplies, the fans, and the rack gears out of these. Although ironically, what I'm going to ask for this is going to be more than what the people are probably selling the whole Firewall for, just because shipping, and other people just don't value their time. But yeah, well, I think people are selling this Firewall on eBay for like 30-40 bucks, which doesn't even really make sense to me, but it is what it is. So hopefully that was interesting, and thanks for watching.